Did you know that a debt collector can break federal law just by calling you too early in the morning or too late at night? Most Americans don't. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Dr. Richard Coleman, and my mission is to help you understand your rights so no one can take advantage of your silence. Before we begin, take a second to subscribe, hit the like button, and tell me in the comments, what city are you watching from? Because debt collection affects millions of Americans from coast to coast, and the rules that protect you are the same in every state. Now, here's the question that gets people angry, and it should. Why can someone who doesn't even work for your employer call your phone, threaten your peace, and get away with it? The truth is they can't. Federal law draws a clear line between collecting a debt and harassing a person. And once you understand where that line is, you'll never be afraid to pick up the phone again. Let's break it down. Why debt collection became a legal issue debt is not just a number on a spreadsheet. It's a human story. People fall behind because of illness, job loss, divorce, or unexpected emergencies. But when the phone starts ringing day and night, when strangers shout threats or call your family members, that's no longer about money. It's about abuse of power. That's exactly why Congress passed the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, FDCPA, in 1977. Back then, debt collectors were operating like bounty hunters. They would call at all hours, use fake names, threaten arrest, or even show up at people's jobs. Lawmakers decided enough was enough. The FDCPA became the first major consumer protection law designed to restore dignity and fairness to the process. Under this federal law, a debt collector means someone who collects debts owed to others, usually third-party collection agencies or attorneys who collect on behalf of creditors. The FDCPA doesn't protect you from your original lender, but it does protect you from anyone hired to collect on their behalf. The law starts with a simple principle. You have the right to be treated with respect, even if you owe money. That means no threats, no intimidation, no humiliation, and no phone calls designed to wear you down. The specific time rule, no calls before 8 a.m. or after 9 p.m., was created to protect your privacy and peace. Debt collectors can't disturb you at unreasonable times or places unless you've given them explicit permission. That includes your job, your home, or even your social media. Yes, under new federal guidance, collectors must respect digital boundaries too, but the law doesn't stop there. It defines exactly how collectors must behave, what they must tell you, and what they must never say. And those rules are not optional. Violating them can lead to fines, lawsuits, and federal penalties. So what exactly are your rights under the FDCPA? That's what we'll cover next. Because once you know what the law says, you'll recognize instantly when someone's crossing the line. The FDCPA gives every consumer 3 essential rights, simple, powerful, and enforceable in every U.S. state. Right number 1, the right to be free from harassment or abuse. A debt collector cannot threaten violence, use obscene language, or call repeatedly to annoy or intimidate you. The law even forbids them from publishing your name on a bad debt list or contacting your family and friends to shame you. They can only contact third parties to locate you, and even then, they can't mention the debt. Right number 2, the right to be contacted at reasonable times and places. Calls are limited to between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. local time. Your time, not theirs. They can't call you at work if you've told them your employer doesn't allow such calls. If they reach you in a way that feels harassing, like multiple calls a day, you can document it, report it, and even sue. Right number 3, the right to demand proof of the debt. You are not required to take their word for it. Within 5 days of their first contact, the collector must send you a written notice showing the amount you owe, the name of the creditor, your right to dispute the debt in writing within 30 days. If you dispute it, collection activity must stop until they verify it. This is called debt validation, and it's one of your strongest legal tools. You also have the right to tell them, in writing, do not contact me anymore. Once they receive that letter, they can only reach out to confirm they'll stop contacting you or to inform you of specific legal action. The FDCPA gives you control, something most people don't realize they have. You can't stop a legitimate debt from existing, but you can stop harassment and demand fair treatment. In the next section, we'll look at what collectors do wrong. Most often, what real enforcement looks like, and a simple example of how one consumer used these rights to win back their peace. Despite clear federal rules, violations happen every day. The Federal Trade Commission, FTC, and Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB, receive thousands of complaints every year about collectors who cross the line. The most common violations include calling before 8 a.m. or after 9 p.m., threatening arrest or legal action they can't actually take, calling family, neighbors, or workplaces to shame the consumer, using fake company names or pretending to be government officials, ignoring written cease contact requests. Let's look at a real example. A man in Texas, we'll call him James, started receiving calls from a collection agency about an old medical bill. They called his job, his cell phone, and even his parents. One night, a collector left a voicemail saying, "We'll see you in court this week if you don't pay." But there was no court case, no lawsuit, just intimidation. James saved the voicemails and reported them to the CFPB. The agency confirmed multiple FDCPA violations and fined the collection company over $20,000. James didn't just stop the calls, he reclaimed his peace of mind. That's what the FDCPA was built for. It's not about escaping responsibility. It's about enforcing respect. If you're being harassed, the first step is to document everything, dates, times, and what was said. Then you can file a complaint online with the cfpb.gov or ftc.gov, or even consult a consumer rights attorney. Remember, the FDCPA allows you to recover up to $1,000 in statutory damages, plus any actual losses if you sue successfully. In short, you have the right to owe money without being abused for it. Debt is financial, dignity is human, and federal law protects both. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and share this video with someone who's getting those relentless calls. You might protect their peace and their rights, because every American deserves to know you may owe a debt, but no one owns you. Educational purposes only. This video is not legal advice. Consult a licensed attorney in your state for specific guidance.